Let's face it, a trip to Monterey is not complete until you go to Fisherman's Wharf. And two restaurants there in particular have got food that is wonderfully fresh and locally grown. Customers love the breathtaking harbor views at these Monterey restaurants, as well as the relaxed ambience and the fresh, tasty food. But they say a major attraction is that the owner of the restaurants also owns the farm, where much of the produce was handpicked that morning.
The farm is very normal. I get up early in the morning. Usually it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. That's my farm day, I call it.
In fact, for the last decade or so, just about all the produce cooked or served at these two restaurants is grown by the owner on a 300-acre farm in the small Central Valley town of Los Banos. It's the brainchild of farmer and chef Dominic Mercurio.
It's a lot of work, but it's also, I don't look at it as work because I like it so much. Look at this. It's as fresh as it gets right here. These are awesome.
There's a whole bunch over here.
The 12-hour days or 14-hour days, that can go by real easy. Every morning I take care of all the farm stuff.
As he drives around his tractor, he says all that hard work is paying off big time. Since he owns this farm, the 75 employees of his two restaurants regularly put away their starched uniforms and help to grow and harvest the produce.
See all the juice coming out of there?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I think getting them out here, first of all, get them out of the restaurant. A lot of haven't been in the country, and I call this the country. We're out here 6 miles in the middle of nowhere, and actually letting them come out here, get dirty, they love it. The most important thing that you can see on your farm is your footprints on the ground. Same thing with the restaurant. You have to be present. If you're around and you're actually on hand, you'll do well. We pick right, and even if we have extra soft tomatoes, we'll chop them up, make spaghetti sauce with them. You can't transport or harvest tomatoes commercially. They don't travel. So that's why I pick them right. What we don't use in the next 1 or 2 days, we'll chop up, make spaghetti sauce, the best sauce in the world.
His belief in the farm-to-fork concept is attracting some big names like Clint Eastwood, celebrity chef Rachel Ray, and late-night TV host Jay Leno. The late Joe DiMaggio is one of many celebrities that have traveled far and wide to eat the fresh produce that Dominic grows and cooks for his restaurant. Plus, hundreds of local residents say ciao bello, the food is delicious.
Sure, absolutely. Just you want to support the local farmers, and they work so hard, and obviously you want to support the local establishments. That's something that we do factor in when we do go out for a nice meal.
Well, I think it makes the food taste better because I like fresh vegetables. I love it.
For our economy, for people who work here and live here and all that, we don't need to buy stuff from other places. We need to buy it from here.
More than 30 years later, he's still passionate about being a restaurant owner who owns his own farm and only serves produce he grows himself.
Coming out here for me, because with 2 restaurants, 75 employees, this was actually therapy. I love coming out here. Nothing's easy, as you know now. I mean, things are tough with this economy. It's the hardest I've had to work in years. The competition in everything is not just going to roll over and say you win. So, you have to always try to stay ahead and come up with new ideas, new specials, make sure your service is top notch, the produce is the best, and get in the farming. jump into that, making sure your yields are at the maximum and you keep all the trees healthy. Same thing, it's the same, the restaurant and farming. It's a labor of love, and it's a hands-on deal. You can't be an absentee restaurant owner. It doesn't work for an independent type restaurant like this. You know, it's people want to see you.
Today, his children are helping with cherry picking and on the farm, and Dominic hopes they'll eventually join him in the business. But despite all the fresh produce he grows, he refuses to open a stand or sell it commercially.
I use a lot of honey in the restaurant because of the almond orchards. We deal with beekeepers all the time. And as a gift during Christmas, they give me about 5 cases of honey. And it's all sage honey, #1 grade honey, so we make a honey pomegranate lemonade. It's unbelievable.
Which means the only way you can try all this delicious food is to visit his 2 charismatic restaurants on Monterey's Wharf.